Hi, and welcome to this live reading from Always Think of Me by Lori Keesey, and this is presented by Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Prologue. Today, May 30th. Georgie, my brindled goofball of a canine, hated the river. Despite my cajoling, he'd dig in his paws and pull against his leash. Treats or no treats, he wouldn't go into the water. I probably should have followed his example, because the river deceived me. It's there where my story begins or ends, depending on your point of view, and sets the stage for my unexpected otherworldly reunion with Ginny, a special woman I fell for a year ago. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me introduce myself. My name is TC, short and sweet, an abbreviation for Tyrus Cal. Why my parents foisted this ugly name on me, their then scrawny firstborn, is beyond me. Something about famous baseballers, my dad's heroes, but come on, no one names a kid Tyrus Cal these days. Whatever, I can't worry about my name now. Other concerns press on my mind. I don't know where I am or why I'm going. All I know is that I'm headed for Ginny's, torn about seeing her again. But I'm told she needs me. This is a shot at a do-over. Today is the day to set things right. Chapter 1. Today, May 30. My only intention seconds, minutes, or maybe even hours ago was to cool off and comfort myself in the river's soothing waters, not to head off to see Ginny. Foul didn't come close to describing my mood. All day working in the heat and humidity, I'd obsessed about my anemic bank account and how I'd make enough money to pay the month's mortgage. I'd considered asking my folks for a temporary loan, but dashed that. Mom's questions, her worried tut-tutting, would have made me feel worse. That, of course, then led to an hours-long fixation about my career choice and whether I was really cut out for the real estate game. Why couldn't I figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up? No answers. So I'd fumed, scowled, spoke little, even to my dad, who agreed to renovate the bathroom of a house that my client wanted to list in short order. Dad was doing everyone a favor, including myself, who'd get paid for being his gopher, and I was barely being civil. Even at quitting time, the bathroom finished, my bad temper hadn't abated, and nothing would shake it, not even a nice cold beer. I know because I tried. I needed an attitude adjustment, and the river, an overgrown creek is a more accurate description, had always worked its magic in the past. But instead of bobbing around, practicing my backstroke, and forgetting life's irritations, I'm getting ready to go to who knows where. So I'll stick to what I do know. The facts that led to this unforeseen otherworldly mission to see Ginny again. As soon as I arrive, park my car and open the door, business cards, marketing flyers, and a week's worth of fast food wrappers strewn across the floorboards fly out, annoying me to no end. I toss the mess back into my ride and slam the door, giving my sweaty brow a good swipe before heading for the riverbank. I see only two other people, a kid chucking rocks into the river and an older guy, probably his grandfather, leaning against his truck, too busy with his phone like everyone else these days. I approach the water, kick off my flip-flops, and I jump. Within seconds, it becomes clear that I've made another hasty, ill-advised decision, one of many in a long list of mistakes. A long cold shower would have done the trick just fine. I know that now. The undercurrent surges fast, too fast, and in a flash, I hurtle over the dam. I can't hear the birds chirping from the trees, only the muffling sound of water roaring over the dam. My mind feels disconnected from my body. No pain, just a feeling of nothingness, weightlessness, but my mind won't stop. Why didn't I pay better attention to what was happening before taking the leap? Obviously, no one, aside from myself, thought it a good idea to go swimming today. This is where things get weird. As I floundered on the down riverside below the dam, maybe 30 feet from where I jumped, I see a person. Not the grandfather or the boy, another man. He has coarse dark hair and a trimmed beard and is wading through the water toward me. His khaki shorts hang from his narrow hips and a pair of sunglasses dangle from the collar of his cotton shirt. He looks like every other hipster. I know, except he stands out for two notable qualities: his otherworldly calm and deep espresso-colored eyes. He extends a hand toward me. Let me help you out of the water, TC. He seems familiar, but I can't place him. How does he know my name? His friendliness erases my suspicions, so I take his hand, impressed by his firm grip and sinewy forearms. I glance around and catch sight of the dam, the trees, and a large sign warning swimmers of hazards. But the rock-throwing kid and his grandfather appear to be gone. What has happened to them? My mind can't compute. Uriah, help me, the man with the nice eyes says as he drags me out of the water. Mud and river rocks make standing difficult, giving me the balance of a newborn colt. My legs quake and my knees buckle. They refuse to support my waterlogged frame. Sure thing, boss. I swivel my head to see who's speaking. Another man standing on the pebbled shore. He leans down and grabs my other arm, and together they set me on both feet. I pull my shirt down over my paunch and look closer at the guy named Uriah. He seems vaguely familiar, dressed similarly in a pair of threadbare shorts and fraying t-shirt, also pulled tight around his gut. His stocky build reminds me of my own. So focused on this Uriah dude, I don't notice that the man with the gentle gaze has left. What happened to him? I shake my head, hoping the movement might rearrange my brains and help riddle the revolving door scene where people appear and disappear without so much as a sound. Good to see you, Uriah says, treating me to a big, happy grin. He then starts to speak to me about things I'd done and said in some cases a year ago. Remember that time you ran your car up on the concrete road divider? You know, it could have been a lot worse. He throws his head back and laughs. Claps me on the back, like we've been best buds for years. How do you know about that? I ask. I feel my eyes getting squinty. You weren't there. Uriah raises an eyebrow and continues jabbering, stopping briefly to run his freckled hands through his tousled ginger-colored hair. I can talk circles around most people, but this dude won't shut up about me and his now missing companion whom he calls the big man. He obviously knows me, but how? Social media? A bar? The cosmos somewhere? I'm racking my brain trying to place him when he brings up Georgie. That dog of yours is something else. Got some pit in him. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know if I should be weirded out or delighted. Uriah certainly wasn't there when an old man stopped Georgie and me on our ritual walk through the neighborhood the other day. The image of that memory flashes back to mind. While we were walking, the old man had bent down at Georgie. "Sho is a purty dog." With a trembling hand, the senior rubbed Georgie's head. Georgie's tail twirled. His backside wiggled maniacally. The old guy seemed smitten. "Yes, indeedy, purty dog." He scratched Georgie's ears and glanced up at me through rheumy eyes and asked, "Got some pit in him? I could take this here boy home with me." The memory fades, but I have no time to ask the source of Uriah's knowledge, because at this moment, a feeling of lightheadedness and detachment rushes over me. My body feels like it's hovering high above the ground and then picks up speed, drawn toward a blindingly bright light. What is happening? Uriah fades, reappears, and fades again. He's talking, but his voice sounds far away. Images and snippets of moments in my life then flash through my mind. I see these bits and pieces as an observer, not a participant, which gives me a different perspective. Someone must have drugged me, because this isn't normal. That's when the man with the tender bearing comes back into view. I wobble as a wave of nausea rolls over me. "Uriah, enough. Give him a minute to adjust," the man says. "He'll have plenty of time to talk later." He grabs my arm to steady me and angles his head to get a better look at my face. A warm, tingly sensation of abiding love fills me. Although I want to look away, I can't. I'm mesmerized. "You know Ginny's situation," the man says to Uriah, never taking his eyes off mine. He squeezes my shoulder and smiles. "You know what TC needs to do. You know dreams save lives. Take him." And that's all I know right now, just that I'm going to Ginny's. Don't ask me to explain how or why. Don't ask me about dreams either. I'm still trying to work that out. But here's the deal. I don't want to go with Uriah. I'd rather stay in this man's presence and drink up his warmth. But he doesn't let me. He tells me I still have a job to do. Says it could be my finest hour. After all, Ginny needs me.